The topic of this class is comparative and superlative adjectives. It was planned for first baccalaureate with class duration for 45 minutes. Objectives. Through this lesson plan, the students will be able to identify and follow instruction, accurately name the new vocabulary words, and construct their own sentence. Methodology and strategies. The methodology I will use is communicative language teaching and the audiolingual method. The strategies I will use is whole class work and group work. Anticipatory set. In the anticipatory set, I will show a video about comparative and superlative adjectives. The video consists of a short conversation using comparative and superlative adjectives. This activity will allow students to improve their listening and pronunciation. The main teaching input. In the main teaching input, for the warm-up activity, I will ask some questions about the video and immediately begin to teach the topic of the class. During the class, some random questions will be asked to see their understanding of the topic and to prepare for the next activity. At the same time, I will write some examples on the board, and I will also say some examples related to the daily life of the students in the classroom. These examples will help the students to understand the subject better in an easier way. The following activity consists, the next activity consists of the students work in groups of 3, in which each member of the groups must describe their classmates using comparative and superlative adjectives. This activity will help the students improve their ability in listening, speaking, and pronunciation. Then we will do another activity that consists to each student taking 2 small stuffed animals out of the magic bag and describing using comparative and superlative adjectives. This activity will help to improve their listening, speaking, and pronunciation skills. Through the activity, as a teacher, I will be monitoring grammar and correct pronunciation to provide correct feedback. And for finish, I will conclude the class by reviewing the topic briefly. The modeling. In the modeling, the examples I give during the class and the answers to the exercise will provide the students a clear contextualized model. Guided practice. In the guided practice, students should work in groups of 3 in which they should describe their classmates using comparative and superlative adjectives. Teacher, I will walk around the class to monitoring the activity. Independent practice. In the independent practice, each student choose 2 small stuffed animals from the magic bag and make a description using comparative and superlative adjectives to each of them. In the assessment, I will evaluate my students by asking some questions during the class. Closing review and follow-up. The class will be concluded by reviewing the topic briefly, and for homework, students will have to write 10 sentences using comparative and superlative adjectives.